চিরবিদ্রোহী রণক্লান্ত, আমি সেই দিন হব শান্ত, যবে উৎপীড়িতের ক্রন্দন রোল আকাশে বাতাসে ধ্বনিবে না, অত্যাচারীর খর্গ কৃপান ভীম রণভূমে রণিবে না। আমি চিরবিদ্রোহী বীর, আমি বিশ্ব ছাড়ায় উঠিয়াছি একা চির উন্নতশীল।
Hi, we are Asian Dub Foundation.
And you're watching Art über Alles. What do we stand for? I don't know.
What does Asian Dub Foundation mean? Asian means where we're from, like our background is from Asia, most of us, all of us. Dub represents the kind of music, the dub bass lines. And Steve, can you explain foundation, please?
Well, no, the dub and the Asian was the original foundation of the band, you know. It's obviously moved a lot from that. It means a lot more now, I suppose. It means whatever we do, really. You know, we're not going to be sort of restricted by the name, so we can do what the hell we like, you know. Well, every album is different from the last one. There's no point making the same one twice. So Bhangra was just an idea of mixing up punk with Bhangra, which is because a couple of tracks sounded like that, you know. And it was great. This man came back, didn't you?
That's right. I came back, and Alpha Rubik joined, and yeah, it's really good working on this new album. Yeah. I think what it is, all of us, we all come from different musical backgrounds. So when we get together, we chip in a different style, different form of music, and we try and make it work. And so far, it has been working for us.
I think that's about right, actually. Yeah. Yeah, of course, because we respect everybody's input. So yeah, you know. Everyone, I mean, the whole thing, you know, we came from an education kind of background, and education is about trying to bring out the best in people, do you know what I mean? So, you know, we value everybody's creative input. So yeah, it does influence it, you know.
When I was about, how old was I, man? About 15? I was about 15 going, I wanted to learn music technology for a youth club. And they organised us to go and learn music technology, and that's where I met Steve, because he was the tutor. So that's the first time I even heard of Asian Dub Foundation.
So you came to a gig, didn't you?
Yeah, LA2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's quite a lot in your question. I mean, when we started it up, when there wasn't that much opportunity. I mean, you know,
like when I was young, when I was about 15 years old, 14 years, there wasn't a lot of opportunities to go out there to learn what you wanted to learn. Like I wanted to learn music technology, but you know, finance was a big problem. You know, I didn't have no equipment, no access to any studios and that. But AdFed kind of made that possible, and also community music kind of made that possible. Where now there's a lot more organisations that are doing this now.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more government funding. The kind of education that we did, there's similar things in schools now and youth clubs, and also because of computers and PSPs and everything, you know, everybody can make music now. So in a way, our old educational model is not as relevant as it used to be, you know, if we're honest. Well, it was a program called Music of Resistance. I was asked to present it by Al Jazeera English, and so we went all around the world looking at musicians who are, more than just musicians, involved in reshaping their own particular society and their way of life through music, using music. So we went to Mali and we spent time with the great Tinariwen. We went to Brazil and met our old friends, actually, Afro Reggae. We went to Nigeria and met Fela Kuti's son, Sheun, things like that, You can see it on YouTube. You just put in Music of Resistance, Al Jazeera, and they'll all come up.
Islamophobia right now.
Well, that's a kind of xenophobia, isn't it? And you can't really separate the two. I think the two are connected.
Yeah.
Government policy and xenophobia, especially Islamophobia, is definitely connected to government policy. I don't know whether you can say which is worse. If they're kind of related.
They're all bad,
Yeah. I think the big problem is that there's nobody really going around saying the obvious. That there's loads of myths about immigration. Immigration is good for society, and actually the less controls over immigration you have, the actual less immigrants you get. People think it's the opposite, but if people are free to move in and out without massive complications, people tend to make their money and then go home.
If it wasn't for immigration, there'll be no Indian food in England, there'll be no Turkish food in England, there'll be no Chinese food in England, there'll be no culture in England.
There'd be no England.
No England, no NHS.
No, definitely no NHS. No buses. And there's loads of rubbish talks about it. I mean, the only problem with immigration is the myths that are spread about it and the fear of it. And the fear is based on myths, a lot of the myths that people say are absolutely wrong. They are a burden on welfare state. They're not. If they work, pay taxes, they fund the welfare state.
I've seen first-hand evidence with my own eyes when people come from another